Now I don't know where it is recording. Is it recording on cloud or what? Can you do it from your side, Shakti?
It will record in cloud, sir.
Okay, very good. So Shakti is the co-host. You can let everybody in.
Sure, sir.
Good morning,
I'll take care
sir.
of it,
Happy anniversary.
Thank you, thank you,
Good morning,
thank you.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, good morning,
गुड मॉर्निंग गुड मॉर्निंग
good morning.
कार से कहाँ जा रहे हैं?
मैं लोनावला जा रहा हूँ LNT के लिए. मैंने बताया था ना आपको कल.
ये तो लोनावाला जाने समय इतना सफेद शर्ट पहनने की क्या जरूरत है?
ऐसे ही आज मूड किया मेरा सफेद शर्ट पहनने का, मैंने पहन लिया. All right, good morning everybody and welcome to Empowering Morning Conversations. And today is a wonderful day because it is my marriage anniversary.
Congratulations, sir.
And on this day, I happen to be traveling out of the city to come back in the evening in time for the celebrations. And I have the honor and privilege of introducing my dear friend and one of our core team members, Mr. Kunan Shahidi, whom you know very well. And Kunan is going to be conducting the session today on our behalf. So Kunan, here's over to you.
Very good morning, sir, and many congratulations to you and Bhabiji. Just make me co-host also, sir, to help me to facilitate the session. So
Yeah, I
travel
made you
safe.
the co-host. Done.
Stay safe, sir. Enjoy your day. And may
Thank you,
God-
thank you. I'll try to be on the call as long as I can.
Yeah, definitely. That will be great.
Yeah, so you carry on. And I'm going to be a good listener today. I'll keep my mouth shut.
Very good. Good boy. Thank you so much, sir. May God bless
Welcome,
you.
welcome, welcome.
Great. So very good morning, one and all. And as you all know, today is another wonderful day, but today is something special, very special day, because today the two hearts, Mr. Sukhdeepak Malwai and Farida ma'am, they decided to spend life together. What a beautiful way to keep the journey on in this wonderful planet. So let's give them a big round of applause and many congratulations, many lovely moments, and all the happiness and all of life comes to them with ease, joy, and glory.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
And let me share my slide so that, where is this? Slide the screen, and here you go. So lovely couple on your screen, two hearts. And you all know the story behind this. So it's another way to inspire ourselves with such a lovely soul and such a wonderful things and the way they are spending the life in this world. So again, many congratulations, sir. And let's take the session forward today. And as you know, every morning we come here, and this is the mantra of Sukhdeepak Malwai: stop blaming, start living. And I remember once upon a time in his life also, when he was struggling, and then he chose to believe in this statement: stop blaming, start living. And today is the day of that. So he is celebrating the anniversary. So many congratulations once again, sir. Now, what do we do here? If you see on the screen, ultimately, the objective, the purpose of all of us to live in this world, to live a life which we all want, we all desire, we all like to have a peaceful, contented life and with complete ease and joy and glory. And this is what every morning in this empowering morning conversations with Sukhdeepak Malwai, this is what we do to achieve. And this is very much possible. It happens and it has happened. And today is the example of that two beautiful, wonderful souls are celebrating the marriage anniversary. So all of life comes to them with ease, joy, and glory. So if we are desiring for this, what exactly we are supposed to do? Because if we want some outcome, if we are looking for something good, we have to take certain action. Because whatsoever action, whatsoever choices we take, it creates. And every morning with Sukhdeepak Malwai and you all, what do? We focus on these important points as you see on the screen. And as we all know that we most of the time live in the survival mode, which is nothing but reaction, complaining, blaming. So we shift intentionally to the create mode, because we do all have the power to create whatsoever we want to create. And we dissipate all the negativity, because we live in the world where most of the people are bit in the negative mind state. So we learn, we practice to ensure that we don't get influence of the negativity, which are all the time are bombarded, as the word sir uses. So we ensure that we dissipate negativity. And we all, yes, we all are possibility seekers. We believe that everything is possible. And we have seen with you, with my life, since we started empowering morning conversations by using all the tools whatsoever we have learned from Sukhdeepak Malwai, we have seen the magic happening. So there are possibilities for sure. And what else we do? We ensure that we improve our focus, we improve our energy, and we do use in the right manner with complete awareness by choosing the action which is non-judgmental. So this is what in short we do in every day, in every empowering morning conversations. And today is the session number 407. So let me welcome you once again, and let me welcome those viewers who are watching this on YouTube, on other social media. So this is what in short we do. And to take the session today forward, I have put this question to myself and to you all. How can you or me or anyone stop judging? Because we all have noticed ultimately whatsoever challenges we do have in our life, or whatsoever pain, or whatsoever those moments which we don't like, somehow related to our habit, intentionally or non-intentionally judging. So judgment is something which all are involved, whether we want it or not. So the question we have to ask today, that how can we stop judging? I have my own observation which I would like to share at the end, but let's start today's conversation by understanding and reflecting on our thoughts, what exactly we do, and how can you stop judging. So let me start. I see the hands raised by Alina Kelkarji. So please, ma'am, go ahead.
Yes, good morning, Kunan sir, and good morning, everyone.
Good
So,
morning.
this thing, I think when we are in allowance, we can stop judging. And by that interesting point of view is also very important.
So can you
I think so.
elaborate on that?
Because we don't I mean we don't see like the way other people is doing or anything, so we can say ourselves that it's his interesting or her interesting point of view, or by being in allowance.
Correct. So when
Thank
we
you.
interact with other human beings, then we have our own points of view and other persons have their own point of views. So
Yeah.
what you are telling is that we have to keep on reminding ourselves that these are just point of views,
Yeah.
and we should not take it personally, or we should not get it offended, or we should not think that the other person is wrong. As Sukhdeepak sir has always told us that such things are just a sound coming out from a mouth of a person.
Yeah.
This is a point of view.
Yes, very true. Thank you, sir.
So that's a good input from Lina ma'am. So thank you so much for contributing to this conversations. And we have Pooja Karanji. She wants to share. Please go ahead, ma'am.
Good morning, all. So as we see a tree has a lot of seasons. So in one season, tree is really, really green, full of flowers or fruit. In another season, there are no leaves and tree is dry. Maybe in another season, the tree is bending. So in every person life, there are different things going on, and the person might react to situations and what's happening in life, but we are judging from our point of view, right? And the person who is very lovey-dovey and who is very near and dear to you might not able to respond you in a way you expect. So we can take this thing in mind that everybody is good by heart. Mostly there might be something happening in that person world which we are not aware of. There might be something bothering him or her. So world is like a mirror. If something is bothering us, right? If we really love someone, we can really sit and communicate, and we can shower much love, more care to that person, so that he or she can open his heart, and your relationships rather going to a different mode. You will be more understanding towards each other. And something is if hurting you, so I can check that where is this in me? I need to heal something which is coming from past. So that's an opportunity and rather reaction to heal myself. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Pooja ji. Let's listen from Niti ma'am.
1 minute. Can I say something to Pooja?
Yes, yes, sir. Please go ahead.
So Pooja, this long sentence you said was a response to Kunal's question that how can we stop judging? Is it?
Sorry,
Pooja,
sir,
can
your
you hear me?
voice broke. I am not
Yes, sir.
able
She
to
was
hear you
she
properly.
was responding. She was
Kunal, let her
responding.
say.
Yeah,
What
Pooja,
you-
go ahead.
Pooja, what was the question to which you were responding? Did you hear that? Kunal, can you repeat what I told her? Because she
Sir,
might
I'm
not be
not able
hearing.
to hear you properly.
Pooja is not getting your sound properly. Let me repeat what sir is asking Pooja, that the question of the day is, how can you stop judging?
No. That's not what I'm asking. You ask her what question has she responded to. You don't tell her what the question is.
Okay. So
We
Pooja
want
ji,
to know what she heard, no?
yep. Pooja ji, you responded your thoughts on what question?
No, what question? Simple. Say it exactly the way I'm saying. What
What was
question
the
did you respond to?
Yeah,
आप देखो,
how we can
question
stop
का उत्तर।
judging?
Okay, very good. Now, can you give that answer? In
I
3 or
answered
4
the question
sentences?
how we can.
Yeah, I got it. Now, can you answer it in 3 or 4 sentences, please?
Shorter version, Poojaji.
Because
Just
what she said
being
is very good.
present.
Ah, such a simple answer. No? Be present.
Sir, happy marriage
Excellent.
anniversary.
Thank you, Ji. Thank you. Thank you. Sorry for the interruption, Kunal.
No, sorry, it's okay.
You
Perfectly
are
fine.
traveling somewhere.
We all are learning here because this empowering morning conversation is nothing but
Happy marriage anniversary to Bhabiji also. Have a great day.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
it's good to good from sir that because we all are learning here, and the learning point what for us was at this moment is that listen the question with the attention and give the answer in the shorter version. So that's good to know. Let's listen from Niti ma'am. What is her thought on the question of the day, that how do you stop judging?
Thank you, Kunal sir. What is coming to me is where I falter is there are times when I get so involved in trying to evaluate, I do not realize when I move from evaluating to judging. And once I get into the judging stage, I get totally engulfed by that mode of thought. And the entire discussion stops at the judging. There is no corrective action, there is no solution. So what I have started doing is whenever I am in that kind of a state, I correct myself that instead of judging, I need to evaluate. I need to shed my ego. I have to stop thinking, why should I sort this mess? I did not create it. I leave that kind of a thought behind and look for solutions to implement. Often the first solution is not the best solution. So one has to go deeper into the situation. Like Pooja said, be present. Like Leena ji said, look at the sharings or the situation from everybody's point of view. And, some of it has to be addressed, some of it can be let go. So being wholly and totally involved in the situation helps. Just judging very often, even today, limits me into that judging mode and action does not happen. So that differentiation, that it's not judging, it is evaluating, and evaluation has to be followed by action. That's for me. Thank you.
Yeah, I think it's a very profound. Just an addition to your thought. If you deep dive in that moment, you will find some sort of fear, some sort of element of some fear, and it is very subjective because as sir has always told that though we are wonderful, extraordinary and powerful human being, but since we are conditioned being, and the conditioning, most of us have given certain limiting beliefs, and the most prominent limiting belief is some sort of fear. My observation is when I am in the judgment state or being judgmental to someone, there are certain hidden underneath fear of some kind. So deep dive in that moment and try to understand what exactly that fear is.
Very right, Kunal sir. I think as I'm proceeding on this journey, the fear factor also changes. Sometimes it is related to the situation. What would be the reaction? Would there be a bigger problem to sort? And sometimes it's taking a different phase where it creeps in that it's going to delay me in my other works. It's going to, if I get involved, it's going to take me away from my schedule. So fear kisi na kisi tarah se comes creeping in, and you're right, that needs to be addressed. I never realized that fear would change its faces and start crawling in. That is a new experience that I am now becoming aware of. Thank you.
Yeah, and just let me share my experience when I was doing this exercise of understanding the fear. There are three observations. Either my mind will say that I am not good enough, or not worthy of love of the people who are there at this moment, or not being safe. Again, brain number 1 and 2 gets activated. So during that moment, we have to intently use the third brain, the rational brain. Great. So thank you. Very interesting conversation going on. And we have Shakti Rajendran ji from Hong Kong to share her thoughts on the question of the day. Shakti ji, please go ahead.
Yeah, good morning, sir. Good morning, everyone. From my side, how I can stop judging, it's like first thing being awareness, second step being present mode, third thing is an interesting point of view. I have this point of view. Fourth one, in case it's still it's that thoughts are keeping in my thought, I will tell the crazy statement. Everything is the opposite of what it appears to be. Nothing is the opposite of what it appears to be. Still, if I'm keeping that one, I will go and discreate that. If I have any negative feelings or associated with that, just I will use the discretion exercise. That's all from my side, sir.
Yeah, thank you so much. Very profound. I think among all of us, the members of Empowering Morning Conversation, I have observed Shakti Rajendran. She uses all the tools very effectively at the right moment, and she remembers all the tool what sir has taught us where and when to use. So thank you so much, Shakti ji, for sharing your thoughts how to stop judging. So let's listen and let's welcome Milan ji, Gautam ji, who had joined us a bit late. Today's Empowering Morning Conversation, Sukhdeepak sir is traveling. So we are having this conversation because we believe that everything is possible. The show must go on. And we all wonderful people here. We are having conversation on a question of the day, that how can you stop judging? Because ultimately, the challenges, the difficulties we face in our life in a specific moment, because we do have the habit of judging people. So, and Nitiji has sent a message that sir has taught us the exercise to activate our third brain. Okay, can you explain more on this, Nitiji, so that we can listen and understand more?
Kunal, so just because you mentioned third brain, it just came back to me. Session 371, he has taken us through this exercise. So members can visit session 371 to be exact. 47 minutes to 48 minutes, 48 minute, 30 seconds is the exercise. It's a wonderful, simple exercise.
Wow.
Thank you.
And how can you be so precise? 47, 13, 48, 30. Salute you.
Archiving.
Great. Salute. Thank you so much. So let's keep this conversation moving forward. And we do have wonderful people. I can see Priya ji is cooking some wonderful dish. So we'll not disturb her. And let's listen from Shiv Prasad Reddy Garu.
Good morning, sir.
Thanks, sir.
For me, I think I can stop judging if live with awareness and living for this moment without worrying about the future and past. I think that's normally which I follow. That is how I do to stop judging. What he said is living minute by minute. I'll try to follow that, sir. That's all I do. And there's a very thin margin between the evaluation and judging, because sometimes without our knowledge we judge, sometimes we evaluate. So that's a different part. That's what I feel personally.
Yeah, I think it's a good point, sir. If you can just a bit elaborate when you say aware. So what do you do when you say that I am aware in the moment?
Yes, sir. I just take it that it is their point of view. We just listen, and if it is good, you can also take it as a possibility. That's what I always feel.
Yeah. What I have learned, just to add on to this, what Shri Prasad Garu mentioned, the awareness, and that is my favorite thing. So when we say awareness, awareness of what? Awareness of our thoughts, my point of view, awareness of my emotions in that specific moment, and awareness of others' point of views, his or her emotions, awareness of the situation, that what's happening around me, within the other persons, and around us. So if we are aware of self, if we are aware of others, if we are aware of the situation, then definitely we can respond in the better way. And this reminds me, somewhere I had heard that if we know something or someone better, we can manage that thing or someone better. So awareness helps us to know us in that specific moment better, other person better, so that we take action which is appropriate in that moment, and that moment gives us ease, joy, and glory. So Priya ji is done with her cooking. No, she's still continuing, but she wants to share
Yes.
her
So
thoughts.
there are limiting beliefs that we have. I guess this is also one of the reasons that we judge people or judge situations. So we should try avoid, like not avoid, like get off the limiting beliefs and create new beliefs that are more powerful and feels lighter on mind and body and the soul as well.
Yeah. Any example would you like to support?
For example, when I was a child, I used to believe that जो girls ऐसे short dresses पहनते हैं, they are not, they don't carry a good character. It's what I was being portrayed through the movies or through people talking. But when once I got into my masters and I saw women, my classmates, they wear short dresses, but they have really good nature, है ना? और बहुत प्यार से बात भी करते हैं. So this is one belief that I, got off it, and yeah, I feel कि ऐसा नहीं होता है. So now I have a new belief. कि there people are, you should see the inner self, not the what they are wearing from outside, what they are carrying from inside. So this is one.
I think it makes sense. What I'm learning from this conversation is that, as Sir has always told, that even the other day, Vetri had taken a session on perception. So we all have perception based on our past experiences. So when we respond or when we react, we have some references of past. And if we respond based on the past experiences, which are something which we don't like, and if we carry forward, we can create another past which are same like painful, full of difficulties and challenge. So what Priya mentioned is that though we have a perception about someone, we can change it by understanding that is this perception about me is correct or not. Again, it comes when we are aware of our thoughts and understanding the situation and changing the perception about the person or the situation. And what she said, that is limiting beliefs. So do you have some more limiting beliefs, Priyaji?
Yes, I do. For example, authorities, I just fear from them. Like, ये तो ऐसे ही होते हैं.
Yeah.
So
So make
I'm
a list
working
of
on
all the limiting beliefs, and you know the technique, just change it. Change the perception. So it's so easy.
it. Yeah. Thank you.
Very good. So let's take this conversation forward with the Sagar Acharya, who is still enjoying in Mumbai. Yahoo! Over to you,
Yahoo,
Sagarji.
Yahoo, sir, Yahoo. I think, sir, after coming to Mumbai, everything is settling down, and after doing foundation class, so many things clearing in my head, and I can say I am becoming more present. So, coming to the topic, I can say that about judgment is that first thing is that if we are in present moment, and firstly, if we are not judging ourselves, and if we are in present moment, then I think there won't be any judgment. But no judgment or any judgment, anything that we judge, it does not help us. It only creates some kind of default mode in ourselves. So what we can do is that say to ourselves that it's just a point of view. And one thing is we already have talked about allowance. So I think this is the best practice that we allow, and we take everything as just a point of view, and enjoy this much. Thank you.
Great. So Sagar Acharya is going through foundation course, so definitely he knows some of the things more than all of us. So let's listen more from him. Like when you say awareness and the present moment, what exactly happens to you, your thoughts, your emotions?
So, sir, for me, if I have to say awareness and present moment, most of the time, I think when I am not aware, or when I am not present, then at the time, what I do is I don't listen. And I think this art of listening, and this art of inquiring is one of the best way to be in present moment. And there are so many techniques, because we are not we I think, because as in foundation class I heard that as Sukdeep sir said that you allow how much consciousness you have in your life, how much consciousness you want in your life, in your daily life. So you divide the consciousness. So how much of the consciousness you want to allow, and how much you want to be in the present moment is depends on you. So we have to practice. There are so many techniques, tools, and so many things. I have book like this book to read.
Wow. Mm.
Here is all the books, foundation books, and that first bars books. So many books are here. So we have to read. We have to constant be in the present mode and listen. This much, sir. So many things to learn, sir. I'm not just perfect, but I'm learning.
Very nice. Good to know that you are in the right journey with Sukdeepak Malwai, sir, doing the foundation and bars. So good to know about your progress, your transformation. So
Thank you, sir.
you are in a journey of becoming the best version of yourself.
Yes, sir. I think so. My experience with Sukdeep sir is that, sir. I don't know how much trouble I make him because I make him very much. I don't know how much he have, when I when I was with him, he was in so much in allowance, so much present, so much himself, that I was so amazed. Really, it is whatever sir is saying, whatever he's trying to say to us, it's so into in his life. And wow, because I'm not a I am good guy, but because my mind is like I want to do 10 things at the same time. So but when I was with sir, he allowed me just the way I am. I find, because if I go into any gurus, anything, they try to do this, do that, do this, do that, but what he did, whatever he want to share, he share it, and he makes me be myself, and that was really good experience with him.
Okay, let me go back to the question of the day today. How will you stop judging? So in short, if you have to answer the question, what will you do the first thing?
I think, sir, stop judging. Please stop judging yourself. Stop criticizing yourself, and be in allowance. And just there is one crazy statement: everything is opposite what it appears to be. Nothing is opposite what it appears to be. Everything is opposite what it appears to be, and nothing is opposite what it appears to be. Yes, sir.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for contributing to this conversation, which is empowering morning conversations today. And just to inform Ratanji, Sanjay, Umaji, who joined us a bit late, Sukhdeepak Malvi sir is traveling, so he couldn't join throughout the session, but he's there listening the conversation. And we are moving this conversation forward with wonderful inputs. And now I request Mr. Vetri to share his thoughts and some nuggets of wisdom on the subject today. Vetriji.
Good morning, good night, and good morning, all the wonderful people. It's amazing discussion, beautiful topic. It's going very well with me. I wanted to add a little lighter moment to this. When Priyaji said, no, to answer your question, focus on the inner self. Don't focus on the person outer side or what he wears. I add one more point to it. When the person speaks now, focus on what he speaks instead of what he cooks. Priya, it is to you.
Yeah, that's a good input on the lighter mode, or in your way. But would you like to enlighten us on the question of the day?
It's all big word. You learned the art of pulling the leg without even smiling. You have mastered it. Now you're smiling. Thank you very much. It's going amazing, Kunenji. I'm learning a lot of stuff from the discussions. I stick to one point that when you have a past clutch on the thought, action, anything, you are having some element of judgment. If you are able to remove that past clutch from the thought, then it is kind of a awareness thought. If you want ask me to add one more stuff to it, it is the thought is from where to where. Like I am a wonderful person and I'm talking to a wonderful person. Then there can't be any judgment. That's what just coming to my mind. When something comes, I will add it to it. Thank you very much, Kunal.
Yeah, thank you, Vetriji. And meanwhile, I see the comment from Poojaji. She said that stop taking your thoughts and point of view as the reality. And that's what Sir has also told us, that we can't stop judging, but if we are aware of our thoughts and not taken as a reality, as a truth, but just as a point of view, as most of you have explained. So if we are in that specific moment aware that this is just my point of view, and if someone is responding in a certain way or behaving in a certain way, we don't know the intention of the person, but we have to just consider that that's his or her point of view, and then take the situation forward. Great. Now I see Hasina ji is moving outside somewhere in the park or the garden. How are you, Hasina ji, today? Assalamu alaikum. Would you like to share your
thoughts? I'm very well. I'm in Pune. And I'm in one of the gardens in Pune because my cousin comes here for a walk. So I came along with her. It's a beautiful weather here. Thank you.
Wonderful. And we all know that with the empowering morning conversations, with having dialogues with Sukhdeepak Malvi, Hasina ji as of today has improved a lot as an individual, and especially her relationship with her in-laws. So that's a great transformation, what we have observed, we have seen with Hasina ji as well. So would you like to share some of your experience, ma'am? Before you used to judge your in-laws, now you are in a different mind state.
No, yeah. Yeah, in-laws are only my daughter-in-law. Her parents are not alive. I have stopped judging her, and I give lot of allowance. And every time I interact, I think in my own mind. And otherwise, I used to just say something, and now I don't babble out before thinking. So there is lot of peace between us. I give lot of allowance to her.
That's powerful.
That's all.
Yeah. So what I'm learning from Hasina ji's conversation is that allowance, or using this tool to be in the allowance in that moment with the person, with the love, affection, compassion, empathy, we can manage the way automatically we start judging, but we will be aware that I am judging, and then with the allowance, we can stop judging. Great.
My relationship with her has really improved 1,000 folds.
Wow.
And I'm very happy living with her. And when she's not around, earlier I used to feel that it's better if she's out. Now when she's not around, I miss her. Can you imagine the difference?
Wow. That's certainly great achievement.
Thank you. Really, I'm very living very happily with her. Thank you.
Thank you, Hasina ji, for your participation and your contribution to this empowering morning conversation with Sukhdeepak Malviya and all. So let's move forward and listen from Kuldeep Chaturvedi sir. It seems there are some connection issue. He was there and then we lost him, then he's back. So Kuldeep sir, Assalamu alaikum, welcome.
Good morning and thank you. I have 2 points to
Yes.
answer to the question of the day. First is, if we interact from soul to soul instead of role to role, then we will not judge. And second point, when we interact and when we listen to understand and not to reply, then we can be in the state where we are not judging. Thank you.
It's a very profound, powerful point what Kuldeep sir has mentioned, that connection with soul to soul.
Also, I just want to elaborate, the connection to soul means that I am also a God's creation. There is a God inside me, so is he or she. So my God is talking to her or his God. That is what I mean to soul connection. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. But during that moment, how will we remind ourselves that, because normally we see the physical body, the person standing or there, if it's there. So
what I could understand, that when we see a physical body, we see 2 things, the combination of 2 things, matter and the spirit. And when I see a body which is not alive, we see only the body. Body has got many parts, nose, eyes, hand, other things. Same parts are also there when person is not alive. Then something is not there in that body which was available when person was alive. That is the spirit, and that is what we are. And that is the part of the God, because God is eternal and immortal. So with this, if we try to interact with a person, automatically the love will flow automatically, and judgment may not be there. That is what I feel.
yeah, that's very profound, sir. Thank you so much. And just to add on to the point, what Kuldeep sir just mentioned, that Like when we are not being aware and not having this thought that we are souls interacting with souls, then the age-old issue of ego comes in. And the moment we become aware of the ego in us, then we become aware, because ego implies unawareness, and awareness and ego cannot coexist. So as soon as we become aware that we are not physical body, we are a soul, then we become someone who can manage our ego as well. So thank you, sir. Thank you so much for very powerful, very profound statement. And at the end of the session, we would like to listen your powerful shairi also. And I'm sure you had a nice interaction moments gathering with Ratanji. So let's listen from Ratanji's his experience. If you can come on camera, sir, please do share your thoughts on the question of the day. How can you stop judging?
Okay, I think I try to bring my focus on myself and live every chance I get in 10 seconds increments. So I don't think of past, I don't think of future, just be present in the moment. And by the way, I'm meeting Kuldeep ji once again today at his residence around 10:30 today. So we will catch up more and get his more wisdom face to face.
And you are
Thank
going
you.
to give him a bar session also, I believe.
Yeah. That's the reason I'm going. That's the reason I'm going, but I didn't want to emphasize on that. Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Great. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Sir,
Leena ji, go ahead.
yeah, when we are aware, na, then we understand that we will stop seeing the opportunities also. So we stop judging them. We can, yeah.
Come again, ma'am. Can you elaborate a bit?
I'm saying that when we are aware, I think we won't judge because we understand that we will stop seeing opportunities at that moment.
That's true. That's true. When we are unaware, we don't
Yeah.
see the possibilities, we don't see the opportunities.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Let's listen from Prem Gandhi ji, who is listening this conversation behind camera. Normally he is on camera. So let's listen his thought. How can we stop judging, sir?
Sir, everything is a necessity. Every moment. Everything you can face all type the necessity or judgment depend. Some person is negative to say the good answer. My experience.
Right. I think I didn't get what exactly you wanted to say. Can you elaborate more? Like if you are in the state where you are judging someone, or if you have a habit of judging the things and the people, what will you do first? How will you stop judging?
Any necessity for every person judging depend the location and depend the person. Some person is give a bad answer. I give the best answers. Maintain the person mind. Everything, every word necessity for your life.
Right. Normally in empowering morning conversation with Sudeepak Malwai, what we have learned, sir, just to share with you that as you rightly mentioned, it's all about our point of views. So whatsoever we think, whatsoever we speak, whatsoever we observe and communicate, it's our point of views only. And similarly for other persons, it's just his thought, his reflection on a specific subject. So just point of views. So we have learned here to manage that moment by reminding ourselves that it's just a point of view, and be in the allowance by considering the other person is same like me, another wonderful soul. So that way we bring in love, compassion, empathy, and we can stop judging. Thank you so much, sir. Now let's listen from Samina ji. She's there behind the camera, and she's another wonderful lady, achieved many things in her life, and I'm sure she can share, contribute to today's empowering morning conversation on the topic, the question, how can you stop judging? Samina ji, are you listening this conversation?
Yes, good morning, everyone, and a very happy anniversary to Sir and his wife. I'm here attending these sessions from the last few months and have been late in coming to you all, but I'm very happy because I have learned so much from Sukdeepak Sir. And the main moment of my life is that I can share my views, that we do not have to be judgmental in recognizing others. If we see ourselves and them, we are seeing that if we are judging them, we are also pointing fingers at ourselves. And that is not the way we live life. We live and let live. It's the be all of the existence that, we are into awareness and having a very fair point of view where we do not complain or give pain to others, and it's just let the life go in the right flow. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, ma'am. And then listen from who else? I have not seen Mr. Arvind Seth. If you're listening this conversation, sir, would you like to share your thoughts? If not, let me request Gautam Bhadraji, who has joined us from Kolkata. Gautam ji, hope you are doing well today. Would you like to share your thoughts? Welcome, sir.
Morning, everybody. The thing is, my thought is like that, how to avoid the thinking. That is, a thinking means it is all the bad thinking, judging, and that make me very upset. I do the practice. The practicing means that exercise we used to do. That is how to avoid the judging. I do every frequently. And that morning we do the laughing practice. We do the different type of physical exercise also. That is also very important, which the mind be keep clean of all the bad thinkings and tension like that. Some process and we are following that. We follow the practice was done by Sukdeepak ji. And what happens, I can show you. I am in my home office, and in my softboard I put this all the poster. I printed it and put it on in front of me. The purpose, all of life come to me with ease, joy, and glory.
Wow!
It comes to me every time when I'm doing some office work or like that. So it comes appears. And most important, it affect me 5 elements of a great relationship. So that is I printed, keep it in front my front. So mind, we are having two mind, creative. One is a creative mind and is a subconscious mind. And I try to control my overthinking, but it affects like that. I can give you my present situation. I am facing a tension or like that. My grandson, they are in Sydney. He's 6 years old, and he caught a flu-like infection, flu since last week, and fever is not going. Sometimes coming, going, coming, going. So it keeps us disturbed. Yesterday also we were discussing with some doctor of our relative. She also told that this is the nature of flu, and that is it will be there. So it is a life and this type of situation we have to face, but very difficult to come out of that thinking. Always disturb the people. Everybody is got disturbed with this type of situation in life. This practice is our to do this practice. Avoid the thinking, avoid the judging, like that. And whatever the thing is going to happen or like that, it will take its own time to get recovered because virus infection. You give the medicine, it will last for 7 to 10 days. You don't give the medicine, it will last for 7 to 10 days. Of course, food and some nutrition has to take care. That is, however, we are all in the human beings. We are all in a different situation, and we are really this our morning discussion. It attracts me, and it helps me. Today, just discussion. It is since morning I am listening. I can join late, but I get up in midnight, 3:30, 4 o'clock. I get up, and again I go to sleep and so wake up late. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. I think we are running now very close to close the session, another 4 to 5 minutes. Just to add on to what Gautam ji mentioned, and normally what I do, it's a bit challenging. It's definitely a lot to learn so that we be in the mind state where we completely be aware. So what normally I do is that I think what or for to whom I am judging. If I get awareness of that I am judging, I try to understand that who is this person and for why I am judging, for what. And when I'm in the judgment state, as sir has told that when there is a thought, you get the sensation in the body, the emotion, you're feeling. So when I am judging someone, I get some sort of feeling. And normally when we are in the judgment state, we justify that feeling because of whatsoever the reasons is conditioned. So I try to understand why I do feel justified that this judgment is good. And some of the time I realize something in the past in my life had happened, something which triggered me to feel justified in this judgment state. So it's a long process, definitely with the practice, as Gautam ji mentioned, we can be in the complete awareness state, and we can avoid by being aware that I'm judging and I must stop judging, and then I must take it forward. Great. So another couple of minutes. So before we close, let's listen from our guru. And we have two gurus. One has, all you know, visible in the camera. Sometimes another guru is hidden in the behind the camera. So may I request Rama Zen sir to come on camera and do share his thoughts, his wisdom. How can you stop judging? Over to you, sir.
Good morning, Kunanji. Wish very, very happy wedding anniversary to sir and ma'am. On the topic of today, Kunanji, I think the judging, if we are in present moment and if you are aware and not in default mode, I think there is a high possibility of not judging. So that awareness and presence is what is most important for not judging. So that's what is coming to me today.
Thank you, sir. Very short, very profound. Now another 2 minutes. So let me take you back to my slide, what I had shared with you in the beginning, and my observation. If you can see the screen, how can you stop judging? The very first thing, normally what I do is that, as we all discuss, observe self, observe what's happening, observe my point of views or interesting point of views, observe. So when we start observing ourselves, that what's happening with me, for what and to whom I am judging, and what kind of feeling is coming to me. Is this justification of judging is okay? It has some relationship with the past or something. And we have to do this very quickly. With the practice, it will become a habit. That's what every morning with Sukhdeepak Malwai in Empowering Morning Conversation, we have the conversation and we practice to be aware, to observe ourselves. And the second thing is, as we know that vulnerability is so powerful tool that if we be vulnerable, if we accept whatsoever is happening, which is not appropriate, then the awareness become more powerful during that moment when we feel that I'm judging. And the third point is allowance, as most of you explained, and it's very powerful, as Sir has told many times. It's much beyond, better than just love. So when we are in the allowance, as Kuldeep sir mentioned, that not just considering the other person as a physical body, but as a soul, same like me, you, and everyone, the same creation of the same universe, or the God, or whatsoever name we give. So when we are in that state of allowance, then we can manage that, stop judging. And then the last point, what I have observed is the forgiveness. Normally in our life, though we do have relationship, interaction, but somewhere, somehow, we don't forgive some person. And when we see the person coming in front of us, all the past memories of some traumas or negative moments or certain pains or whatsoever, it comes, and then it creates some sort of judgment. So by these 4 points, which I wanted to share with you, but most of you have shared very powerful insights, very profound, that how can we stop judging in our way. So I think we'll have one session with Sukhdeepak Malwai sir someday, more, we'll deep dive more to understand what exactly are the important tools, so that we be completely aware, and with the practice we learn how can we stop judging. So sir is still with us, so let's listen from him before we close today's session. If he can share his thoughts, that would be great to close the session, and then we'll listen also to Shari of Kuldeep sir. So Sukhdeepak sir, if you can, or if you're okay to share some of your thoughts, sir. He's driving, it seems. Okay, I think he's driving. So let's listen from Kuldeep Chaturvedi, sir. Some inspiring shairi.
Before saying anything, I wish a very, very happy anniversary to Sukhdeepak ji. Have a great time. Now, I will say 4 lines. कि ना राज है जिंदगी, ना राज है जिंदगी, ना नाराज है जिंदगी, ना राज है जिंदगी, ना नाराज है जिंदगी, बस जो है वो आज है जिंदगी.
वाह, बस जो है आज है जिंदगी. So I think you can also translate what I learned, that there's no secret, there's no anger. Life is not like that. Life is the moment today, current moment. So
Yes.
can you translate, sir, in your words?
Yes, sir. there is no secret of life.
No secret.
And there is no anger in life. Whatever life is, it is today and this moment.
Right now, what's happening? Very good.
Right.
Thank
Now
you.
and here. It is now and here.
Now and here. Yeah. I can see one chat from Umaji, wishing very happy anniversary, Sukhdeepak ji. But as per the rule, Umaji, this kind of a statement, you have to come on camera, or at least you have to speak in your voice. Sir is listening and he would be happy to listen from your voice.
Wish you a very happy anniversary, Sukhdeepak ji. Have a great day. All the best.
Wonderful. And would you like to share your thought on the question of the day, Umaji?
Actually, I joined late, so I'm very happy listening to everybody and imbibing some very good thoughts. I think it's wonderful that Kuldeep ji shared that lovely thought just now, that whatever you have is this moment.
True.
You know, past is just a memory. So
Yes.
live this moment.
Yeah,
Beautiful. Before this becomes a memory too.
true. And that's why it is known as present. So present
Yes,
is
it's a
present.
gift to you from life.
That's true. That's true. So thank you very much for your presence.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for your presence to make our present pleasurable, memorable. So before we wrap up, let's listen from Vetriji. Last parting words about today's session, his observation and his thought to close the session. Over to Vetriji.
Thank you, Kunenji. In your Sairi style, if I want to say a word, it's called wow. Amazing suggestion, great inputs. Final word, if you ask, we are discussing about how can we stop judging. There are plenty of proven ways, and we have been working on this very subject for a year with a great person. My final word on how to stop judging is come regularly to EMC, because you are in the right place, you are at right hand, and you are doing the right thing. That is the only way to stop judging, and wishing you all a wonderful day. Thank you very much. Over to you, Kunenji.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So with this, we would like to close today's session. And if you're watching this on YouTube, please do subscribe the channel of Sukhdeepak Malwai. And if you're watching on Facebook, please keep on coming and do share this video to your friends. And if you are available, make it sure that you attend in person Empowering Morning Conversation with Mr. Sukhdeepak Malwai, who has tremendous experience since last 40 plus years, helping people to transform their lives. So definitely you will also have an opportunity to get transformed and become the best version of yourself, because that's what is the purpose for all of us to live our life in this world. So take care of yourself. Have a great day. Stay safe. Stay blessed. Signing it off. This is Kaunan Shahidi. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Cornet. Thank you.
I think sir is still there. Would you like to share something, sir?